Well, another day brings another problem. Today I've got to get this trench next to the house filled up, put a new temporary rainwater gutter in there just to get the water away from the side of this house. Should take me a couple of hours. So this was the old system that was in place here. The pipe is cracked, causing water to go in the side of the house there. When it rains, the water actually runs off from the little slope here. It comes down, and they did put a small little drain in there, but it's just not good enough. So all of this will have to come out, new pipework put in. So yesterday we worked late into the night. It became so dark that eventually we were even scaring the deer, so we had to stop. Now, because it was so dark, I couldn't really see what was going on, and I just wanted the pipe work in. Now bear in mind, this is just temporary pipe work to clear some of this water away. So in my haste, I dug a little channel just to get some of the excess water away, and I was being way too clever for my own good. So I'll show you now what has happened overnight. So now the water is flowing away from the side of the house and not just sitting there. And now we've got the temporary rainwater pipe in the ground. Filled it with some pea gravel. And this is the channel I dug last night, just to get rid of some of the water that was coming down the little slope. And there's so much water. It has just filled up everything. So I'm going to have to divert this little channel to somewhere else and not let it flow down there. So as you can see, this is the weather we're working in. And no sooner have you dug a hole and you've got a swimming pool. So yesterday was a terrible day. It was raining all day, but we've got the bulk of the drainage in that I wanted to get in. Now the drainage I put in was only an emergency measure to get a lot of the water away. And this is the problem here. The water's running down this little slope and it's coming to the back of the house. So I've put a little French drain in here. It's not finished yet, but it's managing to capture all the water now. And I've made it go way down, away from the house. And I've managed to get a temporary gutter pipe in to get the water away from the roof and away from the side of the house, as the other one was completely cracked. This is where all the water is going to flow into, to these big, massive bamboo trees, which hopefully will soak up all the water. So today we've got to get this roof covered. I'm going to put some tarpaulin over this roof. Once again, this is just for an emergency measure because almost every other room is leaking. Before we can do any work on this roof, I need to order a lot of wood. And unfortunately, there's a massive shortage of wood in the UK at the moment. Now, I don't know what this is to do with. There's a massive house building boom in the UK, and because of the virus, there seems to be a shortage of wood. I'm going to have to wait many months before the wood comes. But this roof is so bad, I'm going to have to cover it with plastic just to stop the water from coming in. I've actually got 5 of these roofs that I need to cover. It's a really large job, and I won't get the bulk of it started until spring, which is at least 4 or 5 months away from now. So we're going to have to cover this roof. So we've moved indoors now. Weather is very bad outside. And the idea of putting tarpaulin on the outside of the roof is not going to work. So we've now come inside to see what... Yes, please! We've now come inside to see if we can patch the roof from the inside temporarily. You can see the daylight coming through. And this is what happens when you don't wear eye goggles, when you're busy tearing out old loft insulation. I tell you, last night my eyes were really bad, but this is a lesson well learned. So we've been working all day on this roof, found quite a few beams that need to be replaced, and George is just fitting jacks to hold the roof up so it doesn't cave in. So all the slate from that side has been taken off so that we can have a good look at the beams. And there's two that definitely need completely replaced. So we're fitting the new beam in place, and we're working in storm conditions here. So normally we wouldn't be working under these conditions, but the roof is about to cave in anyway, so we have to do it now.